The last few weeks in Florida have been amazing. It's been so nice to spend time with family that we haven't seen and to try new experiences. We've been having a lot of fun and a few scares as well. Join us as we say goodbye to Florida. There's something really magical about Florida. I think it's because of how much water there is all around you. It's like instant peace and calm. Ryan's grandparents live on the most beautiful lake, and it's become my happy place over the years. I think this was my third time using the drone, so I admit I chickened out when it was about halfway over the lake. I was afraid of losing it. The kids definitely share my love of water, and in this horrible Florida heat, this splash park was the best place to go when you wanted to cool down.
Was that so much fun?
It was also a great opportunity to take our daughter to her very first live soccer game. Orlando Pride was playing, and it was an all-women's match, which was really a special experience for us. I've always been amazed at how many different types of shores they have in Florida. There's beautiful white sand beaches, coquina, even these big craggy rocks up in Matanzas. One of the kids' favorite things to do when we're in Florida is go to Chuck E. Cheese. We weren't able to last summer because it was closed with COVID, but now that things are opening back up again, we had to make a trip.
What game is that, really? Yeah, find it. I think you might be too big. You're too big, Rue.
Okay, I'll admit it. Maybe we don't just go for the kids. What can I say? Skee ball is my jam. It's a lot like I remember from when I was a kid. Cheap toys, lots of different fun things to play with your friends or by yourself, and overall just a really nice, fun time. We've slowly been collecting different things that we're going to need for the farm, and one of the biggest things this guy is excited about is the Walkie Talkies. We got them so that on our property, if the kids are out and they're exploring, or if one of us is down at the barn doing something, we'll have an easy way to communicate. He's taking it very, very seriously.
Mama, I'm outside. Over.
Okay, I want you to go to the back corner of the yard so we can see how far the range goes. Over.
Okay, over.
He's just gonna absolutely love this. This would be a great way just to get him to burn energy. Alright, take the walkie-talkie. I'm gonna send you on a scavenger hunt. One of the things I'm really excited about is having the kids have more ownership in our lives, having more chores and bigger jobs and more responsibilities that really let them feel like our farm is not just their home, but it's a place where they can grow and learn and be responsible for things. We tried to get outside as often as we could, but the weather in Florida in the summertime is absolutely brutal. If you've never been there in the months of June, July, and August, you're probably considering yourself pretty lucky right now, because between the high temperatures and the humidity, it can sometimes be a little unbearable to be outside. Though certain places are worth making an exception for. This is Washington Oaks National Park. It's actually the beach and park where Ryan and I got married 11 years ago this August. It was really fun to go back. We go back almost every summer, but the hurricanes in the last couple of years have really changed the terrain. We actually hardly recognize this beach anymore. That area right there used to have stairs and a platform that led down to the beach. My grandfather actually walked me down those stairs to an aisle that Ryan and his brother had made in the sand where everybody was waiting for our wedding. It was an absolutely beautiful day, getting married with our toes in the water, all of our friends and family around us. And I think it's just another reason that Florida has always felt a little bit more special than any other place. A lot of people ask, why are we moving to Vermont if we have so many good memories of Florida and so many family members that still live there? And I think this little guy pretty much sums it up. The heat. We really just can't handle it. We need the seasons. We want summer and fall and winter and spring. So our bags are packed. The cars are loaded. We've got a walkie-talkie to communicate between the two vehicles. We've got all of our belongings and all the extra stuff we've accumulated along the way loaded up. Kids have each of their individual spots loaded with books and toys and games for the long ride up to Vermont. But we can't leave quite just yet. There's something important that needed to be done before we can leave Florida. So you may be wondering what's going on with this little girl. Well, if you've been following along on Facebook at all, she had a fall in Moscow right before we left. She fainted or collapsed, we're really not sure. She was by herself when it happened. All we know is that she was found unconscious on the floor, and we've been doing a lot of tests since then trying to figure out what happened and what our next steps are. The last test that the neurologist wanted her to get done was an EEG, where you attach electrodes all over the head and you measure the electrical impulses between the different nerves in the brain. This is mostly to test for epilepsy, but also possibly for any other neurological conditions. The initial test results have come back as everything normal, but we're still waiting to meet with a neurologist just to check out everything and make sure that this little girl is healthy and safe. We can't thank you enough for all the kind words and thoughtful prayers that have been given for this little one. We feel very blessed that we have access to great medical care, and we feel confident that we'll figure out what's going on with her. And for now, she got to pick out a very special friend as a prize for being so brave and so courageous through all of these very scary medical procedures. Uni has become a fast friend and a major part of our family. Florida gave us an amazing send-off the night before we were leaving for our road trip. It almost felt like it was trying to get us to stay a little bit longer.
Oh, there goes boom! They are real fireworks. Are you a Kardashian? This is a Kardashian's neighborhood.
The fireworks were beautiful, Florida, but it's time for us to say goodbye. We're ready for our road trip. We've got lots of friends to see along the way, and we really hope that you'll stick around to see what happens next, because in the next video, we're going to get to meet our farm.
Tomorrow.
Are you guys ready? Where are we going?
Yep. To Vermont!
Yeah! We're starting our road trip!
I can't believe how many subscribers we've gotten in such a short time period. Thank you so much for all your support, and I hope you'll keep watching. We'll see you next time.